Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day we have to get the M3 done today. If the M3 is not done today, I'm gonna push it off a cliff because we have better things to do than work on the M3 all day. First up, our JB weld on our upper radiator hose little flange thing, quick disconnect, is hardened and dried and cured. And this will work for about a week until a new hose comes in. So that is good to go. We do need to drill it out because I'm worried that some JB weld is probably clogging that hole, so I'm gonna drill it out real quick. That's step number one. Get that upper radiator hose on. Step number two, get the pump, the new water pump wired for the supercharger cooling system. So we gotta get that finished up. I did somehow rip off one of the wires, so I need to reconnect that wire and then kind of get everything finished up there. And then we need to move on to bleeding the coolant system, which if we have to pull that freaking pump back off, I'm not gonna be happy. I think we should be good, but I don't know. This is all new to me, so I guess we'll see. Next up, let's tackle the wiring. We gotta do some with the fuse box, and I think it's under that cover over there. We already got the relay mounted. That's where she's sitting. Nice and easy to get to. But yeah, this wiring probably isn't gonna be very fun, so let's get her done. I was expecting to open up a fuse box, but definitely not a fuse box, just a box full of wiring. And I do believe that is the right thing because that looks just like what we're looking at on the computer here. So what do we got to do? Pin 30 on the relay is 12 volt positive, 85 is ground, 86 positive logic signal when the key is on. White wire with a red stripe to small white connector inside fuse box. 87, pump positive, route alongside engine bay and cleanly above radiator on the inside. Okay, let's get her done. Couple minutes later, we got everything pretty much wired up. I'm gonna go ahead, turn on the ignition and make sure our pump actually activates. And then we can clean up this giant entire freaking disaster of a mess. So the relay is activating, you can hear it click, but the pump is not coming on. So that leads me to believe the ground on the pump. So the wiring going to the pump also kicks off a ground. So I think we probably don't have that grounded in a good spot. Let's move that around. We got to get that pump fired on and then we can fill this thing up with some coolant. New ground is on and it works. Pump is working. Let's get all the hoses on, get everything connected back together, throw some water, some distilled water / antifreeze, and get the system bled. Okay, I hope this goes smooth. Using a mixture of antifreeze to water, appropriate to your weather condition, fill the reservoir, then cycle water pump on until level drops. So I hope it goes smoothly, but it also does say in order to prime the pump, it may be necessary to have the pump running and raise pump above the manifold, which I do not want to do. So let's just throw some of this in here. Distilled water, I'll probably do a 50-50 mix. Just keep cycling it on and off until the level drops and it stops dropping. When the coolant system is properly bled, water will circulate through the reservoir vigorously. Another 2 hours later, me trying to figure out why I cannot get this coolant system to bleed. I think the pump is bad and I haven't even used the damn pump yet. And the problem is I cannot find a pump here locally. I looked and called. I have everything running external right now and nothing to do with the VF kit. So we have this hose right into a gallon of water. No matter what port I put it on, it will not suck water through the hose and dump it out the other side. This is supposed to pull and that is supposed to push out. It is not pulling, it is not pushing. And I thought maybe it's backwards. That won't pull and that won't push. No matter what I do, I cannot get any sort of water or fluids to flow through this goddamn pump. It's always something. Why can nothing ever go to plan? Why? We're this close to just getting the car done off the freaking lift and going and driving it and enjoying it. But instead, we have to sit here and dick around with this stupid car. I'm about to throw it off a cliff. Check this out. I did some reading online. 0304 Mustang Cobras, they're supercharged and they have a similar system. This is really annoying that I'm gonna have to go spend $200 on a new pump right now, but O'Reilly's O'Reilly's within driving distance has one. So I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna buy a new pump, I'm gonna put it on the car, and I'm gonna confirm that this one's actually bad. At this point, I just wanna drive the goddamn car. So let's go jump at the Duramax, rip down to O'Reilly's, a local parts store, buy the new pump. It looks the same. I got the part number from her on the phone, and this is the part number they sent me, or she gave me, and that looks identical to what we got going on. So let's go grab this bad boy, throw it in, and see if it works. All right, we got a new pump, different brand. So it's probably not as quality as like a solid Bosch pump, but let's plug it in. It's the same connector, it's literally the identical pump. So let's plug it in and see if we can't get any fluids to come out of this guy. I was wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again many times in my life. But the pump is good. I plugged in the new pump the same exact way I was trying to test the old pump. Still nothing. And I realized that, well, I don't know what they're trying to say in the instruction sheet, because if the pump is higher than the reservoir, nothing goes through the pump. So I think I need to pull off the reservoir, have the reservoir higher than the rest of the entire system. Kind of like when you're trying to bleed a coolant system. Pretty sure that battery's dying. Kind of like when you're trying to bleed a coolant system on a car, the reservoir always has to be the highest point. So I think that is our problem, my friends. I'm gonna put the car back together. I'm gonna pull off the reservoir and try to bleed it again, because They're both pushing water now. What I did is I put a funnel right into the top, filled it up with water, held my hand on the other side, and both of them are pressurizing. So pump is fine. I hope I can return the one I just bought because it's 200 bucks and I don't need it, but I put water in it, so hopefully we can return it. I'm mad. I'm happy, but I'm mad. I'm mad that I just wasted 5 or 6 hours on this stupid ass car when I could have just like thought about it and be like, okay, well, the reservoir's gotta be the highest point. If this freaking manual actually says the motor or the pump to be the highest point, I'm gonna be mad, extra mad, because the system's working flawlessly now. What the hell does this stupid ass manual say? The manual says, oh yeah, she's vigorous. She's very vigorous, just like they wanted. The manual says, holy shit, she's very vigorous. It may be necessary to have the pump running and raise the pump above the manifold. That's not even freaking right, dude. Look at this vigorous activity. Oh yeah, she's so vigorous. Anyone at VF watching this, you should probably fix that because a lot of people have probably done what I just did. That was not very fun, but we're good. Could you imagine how freaking pissed off me and probably you guys, some of you guys too, would be if we got a new pump in from VF and it still did the same thing? That'd be really, really shitty. We're good. Let's get this thing back together. We have a mess of a shop now, coolant everywhere, water everywhere, and then we can finally start it up. All right, let's get to work. Went ahead, gave the engine bay a nice cleaning. There was coolant and random crap all over this bay. And so got that cleaned up, got the floor cleaned up. We have 3 tasks left before we start this thing up. First thing is IAT sensor. This guy right here, we gotta pull this off the stock plenum, put it on the VF, and then we have an extension harness. So I gotta get that off somehow without breaking it. We then have, oh, Gay Boy's here. We then have the supercharger vent and check the oil, so I have no clue what I'm doing there. Got to figure that out. The last thing is to reflash. So let's knock those 3 things out, give it a shot, try fire it up, see what happens. We got coolant in the engine, coolant in the supercharger thing.
How you gonna? She don't got wheels on her, bruh.
Calm your tits. The pump was fine, by the way. Fuck VF, they suck at their manuals.
Oh shit.
So they said, I told them this.
Holy hell.
What? What?
Why is it? Oh, is that water? Did you just spray the engine bay?
I just pressure washed it.
Oh my god. I'm like, dude, what's all this wet stuff?
Bobby came here and saw the bay.
Yeah, she saw.
So in the manual it says pull this pump off, which is a pain in the dick, right? For starters, as you can see, it's really hard to get off. And to prime the system, pull the pump off, hold it way up here, which technically makes no sense. So I did that, nothing would fucking work. No water was flowing. Pissed, bro, fucking pissed. Like about to pull this bitch outside and fucking throw off a cliff. So I went and bought a new pump, put the new pump on, nothing. Still fucking nothing. Pulled it off. Like I'm like trying to test it outside the car. Couldn't get any shit to flow through it. And then I thought, I'm like, okay, it's a fucking coolant system. This should always be highest.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, I use my fucking brain. Fuck the manual.
Yeah.
Put that bitch up high. Titties. Done. Dude,
Sick,
I spent
man.
like 5 hours on that. Like no bullshit.
This looks crazy.
I know. It's so crammed in here.
Oh yeah.
It's very crammed. But
Yeah. Have you started it yet?
No. I have to.
It's probably, does it sound any different at idle, or is it only under load?
I have no clue. But yeah, I have three tasks. And they're all fucking easy. I hope. How does this come out? brake. Got him. Dope.
Not gonna lie, bro. I wasn't super excited about this until right now.
Really?
I was like, oh yeah, supercharger, whatever. But it's a lot of power, and I've never been in a supercharged car, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not having a good morning. Okay, I checked my dipstick oil. We're topped off there. We're supposed to put this vent in, and they don't say where to put it, so I'm kind of guessing. Beautiful. There's two places, either there or there. And I think it doesn't really matter, right, Jared?
Don't ask me, because if it blows up, then you'll blame me.
Okay, that's done. I hope that's installed correctly. Ready for the tune? I'm so lost on the tune as well because apparently it's a one-hit wonder. Just a one-night stand type of tune. So all we do is just load it on there, and I guess we're done, which is very odd to me.
That's scary. You're loading on a tune to like
no data logs or anything. That's fucking
gain
weird.
200 wheel horsepower. You don't gotta do.
I guess we'll see if it runs. I'm a tuner. It appears the Bosch pump is bad. It's like email. I have no clue what I'm doing. All right, we got it plugged into the charger because I don't want to brick a BMW ECU because then you really will burn it to the ground. Do I look like a professional tuner over here? You hear my water pump? This shit busting.
This is so weird.
So that water, it's a whole separate system, separate from the engine. They're not intertwined.
Oh, so it's a whole separate cooling system for the supercharger.
Yeah. Software options. I have no clue what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing? There's no tune button. No. Program EC memory. I think. Where's this bitch at? Yeah.
I think I upload it here.
Let's see. I mean, if it goes through, we should be good. Open that bitch. User understands M3 engines have known bearing and lubrication problems. Good thing I got new rod bearings ready. Oh fuck! It's going through. Ha! 0%. Oh god, bro, this is probably gonna take an hour.
Let's see. Is it moving at all?
Don't knock the laptop.
Oh fuck! Let's go get a burger.
Should I go get a beer, bro? I got one upstairs. It does look kind of cool though.
I feel like it's. What's your guess? Is it gonna sound different on startup?
I don't think so.
I feel like you'll just hear like the belt, or the
Belt screeching.
or the. I almost said the turbo. It looks like a turbo.
It essentially is a turbo.
I think you'll hear it.
I mean, it is a Pro Charger.
This is the belt-driven turbo.
That's exactly what it is, honestly.
Yeah. So is it pronounced centrifugal or centrifugal?
I say centrifugal, but I'm also stupid. So
I'm stupid too. I don't know.
I like how everybody cries. So many people cry. It's not a Supercharger, it's a Pro Charger.
Yeah.
Same shit,
And then
different day. They're all out here busting. It's actually a Vortec, by the way. It probably says Supercharger right on this bitch. Oh, weird. Vortec Superchargers. Holy shit. Not calling Supercharger.
I still remember when you test drove that one, the same place I bought the S5.
And I hated it.
Yeah. Well, you ripped it on the freeway.
That's what I messed here. That's a funny story. I should tell that story. I'm gonna tell that story though. I test drove one of these cars. So a while ago, Jared had a, what was it?
It's a 2009 S5.
09 S5. And then we went back to the dealer to, what were we doing? Were we gonna trade it in?
I was just I think we were just looking at other cars they had because they had I knew they had an M3 and it was between. I almost got an M3, but I got the S5 instead.
Oh, that's terrible. But I drove one of these things like years and years ago. I had the Hawkeye STI. Remember how much I hated it?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was so slow, and they are kind of slow. But I was like, this thing's the gayest car ever, and then I bought one.
It was funny too because when we test drove it, there's people like, oh, like freaking out about the car.
Now I like them.
Yeah.
They're definitely not fast stock though, but now she is.
Dude, I'm excited to feel the power.
Okay, the tune is on the car. Ignition is off. Click that. It's reverse loading now. Bussin'.
I'm scared. Are you gonna start it or am I gonna start it?
You should probably start it. Don't poop on my seats.
Yeah, so you can look at everything.
Yeah. ECU has been successfully programmed with a smiley face. Hell yeah. All right, we're done. That's a wrap. It's the very last task of the day. Oh shit, I'm scared.
It was nerve-wracking. I didn't even do any work and I'm nervous.
I don't see. That's the difference between like this or like a Evo. Like I don't give a fuck if I blow that car up. This car, I would cry, bro. Wish us luck. A little bit better than stock.
Much better.
That steering wheel's badass.
Wow, yeah, this feels a lot better than it did before. Sick.
Ah.
The key's in here, right?
Yes. All right. They're probably already open. I don't care. Just start the damn thing.
All right.
Is the dash thing?
You turn on all your electronics. Try it again. Here, go back there. I'll press it one more time.
Okay, do it again.
Driving stability. Why is it not turning on?
Is it giving you a warning?
It just says braking/driving, brake and drive control systems, malfunction, reduced braking and driving stability, avoid hard braking. Is that just because do you have something off?
Yeah, the front bumper. That probably throws everything off though.
But
Why?
the car, it would still start. It's just touch and press the button, right?
Yeah. What the hell's going on with this thing? What is unplugged? Let me look at my parts pile. What do I have off this car that would make it not start? Dude, BMWs are so picky. It's probably because I don't have the bumper on. Here, let me unplug. I'm gonna unplug the battery.
And plug it back in.
Yeah. This isn't fun. For once in my life, I tried the easiest thing possible, and I just checked the voltage of the battery. It's at 10.9 volts. So I'm assuming that's probably why it won't even turn over. So we've had the battery charger on it all day, but we've also had the ignition on all day, trying to get that water pump to work. So I'm gonna let it charge for a while, and then we should be able to fire it up. I thought it was because we didn't have a bumper on. Apparently that's not the issue. So we got this thing charged for like 5 minutes, and Jared wants to test it again because he's impatient. He's an impatient little boy. If it throws a rod, just shut it off, all right? Oh, wow. Just crams that door. Ah. You're good, just leave it. Well, that was a better start. It went a little bit, but we gotta let it charge for a while, so hopefully not overnight. Holy shit, it's fucking like burnt down there, see that? That's still sus. What the hell, bro?
Maybe it's time for a new one.
Dude, I just got this like a year ago.
Dude, it's radiating heat.
My battery charger stopped working and it's a little hot. I wish you guys could feel it. It's melting my seat.
Start on fire.
I thought there'd be oh, this fucker popped off. Probably not now, probably just right now though. Never thought I'd be a battery charger mechanic. But there's gotta be a fuse in this bitch. Is that what this is, Harbor Freight? Does it look Harbor Freight-ish to you?
I think Centec, is it Centec?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I think that's Harbor Freight.
Okay, we're gonna go to Harbor Freight, get a new charger. Probably should buy a nice one, but it is what it is. New charger has been acquired. She is currently charging the vehicle. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put this thing back together. We got a bumper to install, inner fenders, front wheels, and that little piece right there. We got the bumper on, inner fender on, and then I checked the voltage and we're just a touch over 12 volts right now. So I think we should be good. Nothing? Nothing. Still doesn't want to go. It's probably got to be at like 98 volts. Let's let it charge. Either that or it's hydro locked. Should we see if she'll turn over by hand? Oh, all right, kill it. Fuck yeah. Of course, the one time. All right, I guess you can let her go.
Ready?
Hit it. Ah.
Oh, we used all our juice.
Take number 97. It runs. No leak.
Doesn't make any noises, I can't tell.
I know you're nothing.
Let it cool down or heat up a little bit. Quiet down.
Let her warm up. Oh, holy shit, it's loud. Damn. All right, so I'm gonna let it warm up for a while, get to operating temp, and then let it cool down. There's no sort of break-in that we need to do with the supercharger. You can't even hear it. I'm sad. Wait, you can hear it a little bit. Okay, give it a little rev. There's a little whine.
Yeah, I want to warm up. I'm scared to like
Yeah. Dude, it fucking runs. How did I do all that?
No leak? Nothing?
No leak.
Oh yeah.
I did something right for once in my life. Hell yeah. Okay, let me put the wheels on. Right here. I'm scared. Are you scared?
Yes.
Are my wheels tight? I gotta check in and lay down. So loud. This guy going. Bro, there better be some fucking noises.
I feel like there will be. You can hear it a little bit. You can hear it very subtly.
I'll be so sad.
There will be.
I'll turbo this bitch.
Nothing at idle.
I'm not expecting like nothing crazy loud, but
I feel like you gotta hit like 40% throttle. And then beyond it probably whines.
it drives like stock. That's cool. I heard it
Like you're like right on the edge of it, I feel like, of hearing it. Your exhaust is so loud.
Something's weird. I don't think it's building any boost at all. I don't hear nothing or feel nothing. It feels stock.
Yeah.
We got a stock E92 here.
It doesn't feel
The
much
fuck is-
different.
Bro, if this is all the power it makes, I'm gonna cry. It feels like stock.
There's no way. Something's up.
Yeah,
There's no way.
That's
That
stock.
feels slower than stock.
What is going on here, bud?
Yeah, no, there's no way. Maybe the map didn't load.
No, it did. It would run like shit with big ass injectors. Sick, dude. Let's go get Bobby's reaction to my built E92.
Bro, is that actually what it feels like?
There's no, something's fucked up. Yeah, something's weird.
It's smoking from back there.
From the belt cover breather, which I'm just gonna take off because it didn't. Fuck, sick JBL job. That didn't work.
Dude, it doesn't even feel stock. It feels slower.
Bro, I'm gonna be dead. I will push this car off a cliff.
If that's the
If
power.
this is,
If that's like, nah, bro, it's good.
I sent a data log over there to like, yep, that's 600 wheel.
This is a scam.
Bro, I got scammed hard. Scammed out of fucking 9 grand. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. So the car looks cool. The kit looks cool, but she ain't spicy. The one thing that I am not okay with is this BOV or the BPV coupler. This guy right here is a little bit kinked. I don't think that's the problem, but I'm gonna fix it anyway. And I don't really want to drive this car a lot until we get that new valve cover breather in, because that thing is, it's a little sketchy. But for now, let's just fix this coupler and just go from there. So I pulled her off and I noticed this hole right here. The instruction guide doesn't say anything about that hole. So I don't know if it's supposed to be plugged or if it's supposed to stay like that, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I got that coupler on as good as it will fit. No more kinks. There's one like tiny little something, but it's as good as it's gonna get. I even had to trim it a little bit. I did go ahead and throw in a boost gauge though, just a little manual gauge, just to see if this thing's gonna build any boost. So let's go drive it and see what happens. You hear my supercharger whining? The gauge is working. We're at 20 pounds of vacuum. So we got vacuum. We're pulling all sorts of vacuum.
Let's see.
If it's building boost, I'm driving this fucking car into a cliff, like into something.
Oh man.
Nothing.
No, okay.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
0.
Well, then you know something's.
Yeah, 0. 0. Does it tree sound built, bro? This is straight ass cheeks.
So would it be maybe the supercharger's bad?
Just like my water pump is bad.
Did you put oil in it?
She's topped off. I mean, it's still, at least it drives like good.
Yeah.
It's like stock all over, everywhere.
Why?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do boost leak test. It'll take 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Am I leaking coolant? Looks like there was some coolant on the ground. We got a problem. JB Weld has failed me yet once again. It failed on everything I used it on. But we're gonna do a boost leak test. Check this out.
Oh yeah. Jesus, scared the fuck out of me.
Damn it. Built too much boost. Fuck this car, bro.
Just go around and tighten the couplers.
They're tight.
They are?
Well, I can't. You're getting coolant all over your foot. I can't drive it anyway. I'm gonna fucking overheat it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so burnt out on this car right now.
You're like 99% of the way there too.
99.9.
So what, you gotta get a new nipple
Dude, I
thing?
know, a fucking whole coolant hose.
A new hose?
I already bought one, but it ain't gonna be here for a while.
Are you gonna try to just rig something up so you can drive it, like fix a boost leak and then rig something up?
I don't wanna fucking touch this thing with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
I'll touch it with my dick though. Damn it.
Why would the coupler be leaking? Other it just
It's so hard to get all 8 of them on at the same time.
yeah.
When the fuck is my hose gonna get here? Obviously we have the boost leak. So it's one of the 8 couplers from the manifold to the throttle bodies. One of those 8, or maybe a few of those 8 are leaking. So we have that. We have the coolant leak, which failed JB Weld on our ghetto ass upper intercooler pipe, or the radiator hose. And then that PCB JB Weld broke as well. So the both parts that we JB welded broke. And it's now way too late to try and call anywhere to try and source any parts for this thing. The boost leak is going to be an easy fix. At least we know that's what that issue most likely is. Why it won't build boost is because it's just escaping. So that's probably an easy fix. Well, it should be an easy fix. Radiator hose, I ordered a couple of days ago and it's not going to get here till next Friday. So today's currently Saturday. There's no way I'm waiting a whole nother week. And then the PCV thing, I don't want to drive the car. It is drivable without that, but obviously I don't want to drive it a lot without that on there because it's going to spray oil regardless, just a little bit. So those are the 3 issues that the car currently has. All easy fixes, all just waiting on parts though, or 2 of the 3 waiting on parts, which I don't want to wait for. So I'll call them Monday, or maybe tomorrow I'll try to run around and try to find like a little brass fitting we can just thread into that radiator hose plastic piece. If we could do that, just a nice another temporary little fix, that'd be cool. But they're closed now, so I can't do it tonight. So at least the car's done. The car runs good, drives good, and drives like stock. It really drives like stock because it feels like stock. It won't build any boost, so it really feels like stock. But I think as soon as we get all these issues fixed, we should be good, and it should be a ripper, a fun little ripper. It does look sick though. I love how this kit looks in the bay. It definitely does look really, really nice. I'm gonna clean up the shop. I'm sorry guys. I feel like I failed you and let all you guys down with this build. I feel like I failed myself honestly, and it's really pissing me off, but that is what happens when you are new to building something. I've never touched an M3 before, never touched a Supercharger kit before. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Peace out my friends. I'll see you tomorrow.